according to data collected in 2015, law enforcement reported 102 human trafficking investigations, which led to 104 arrests and 33 successful criminal convictions. Law enforcement agencies across the state also identified 203 potential victims of human trafficking, 130 suspected traffickers, and 192 suspected consumers or buyers. Let me just make a comment, as I do every year, about these statistics. I think that when we first started collecting these statistics, there was really not a thorough understanding among local law enforcement of their reporting obligations. And so I think those numbers look very low at the beginning. I would also say that today I think we have a lot more departments who are reporting human trafficking. I like to think that's because more are focused on human trafficking, but I also know that more of these departments now understand their reporting obligation. Many departments also might be involved in cases where human trafficking is not specifically charged, but other crimes are charged. Kidnapping, for example. These very well may involve elements of human trafficking. And so my caution to our news media who is here is that while these numbers are good numbers, I think they're more accurate than we've had in the past, I still think we have a ways to go simply in reporting. And so I think there's probably more going on from law enforcement out there and with prosecuting attorneys than is shown by these statistics, but quite frankly, I can't prove that. One of the things that we have done this year is any time that we, in the public media, identified any case that looked like it potentially could be human trafficking, we called that department and to make sure that that was actually reported. So I think we're getting better as far as the accuracy of the data. It is still, I would caution, probably not yet perfect, but it is a lot better. Human trafficking is going to continue to be one of the main priorities of the Attorney General's office. And just to reflect for a moment, I think we have come. I say we, I don't mean us, I mean all of us together. The great work with the legislature, the great leadership of volunteers, great work that those of you who are on the commission and others are doing. The first goal, I think, is being met better, and that is to make people aware of human trafficking. The challenge is that when somebody comes home at night and their house is broken into, they know what to do. They know what's happened, and they call the police. Someone is mugged on a street corner, people know that's a crime, and they call the police, we hope. Human trafficking, however, is in front of us, but many times we do not understand that or do not recognize that. We're getting better, and quite frankly, we're doing a better job because of the work of all of you. And we're also doing a good job because this has been being reported much more in the last few years in the news media. So people are now starting to understand that human trafficking is not confined to a foreign country. It is also here in the United States, it's here in Ohio, and it's probably in the community in which you live. But it's taken a while to get that message across. These are also, from a criminal point of view, criminal investigation point of view, very difficult cases. They take a lot of time. They take some trained officers who really understand how to deal with victims. And one of the challenges, quite candidly, from a law enforcement point of view, is that in some cases the victims do not see themselves as victims, and in other cases they probably know they're a victim, but they're too scared to cooperate. And you know, as some of them have told some of our officers, these guys are going to be around longer than you're going to be around. And so that's the great challenge. And so as I constantly meet with our department and the other law enforcement agencies that are involved, we talk about that. How do we overcome that? And there's no easy way to do it. But getting more arrests, more prosecution, more people in the public, I think, really understand it and are reporting it and have a better appreciation. So thank you all. This is a great turnout today. Thank you for the work that you all are doing. I appreciate it very much, and it's the right thing to do. You're really speaking out. You truly are speaking out and taking action for people who most of the time do not have the ability, because of the situation they're in, to speak for themselves, and do not have the ability to fight back. And you are fighting back for them, and you are speaking out for them. And that's the right thing to do. Thank you very much.